Hey, Jen. Hello. How's it
Hello.
going?
How's it going?
It's going. I'm trying
I
to
know, girl. Give you
I'm
new.
trying to plug your thing, your the whole chat here on Instagram quickly, and here I'm doing it. I just did it. Okay, I'm done. I'm ready.
No worries. So I'm here with NIR GUZINSKI, and I said his name right this time.
Woo!
He's a Montreal actor, writer, director, producer, editor, and creator. He's the founder of Nearly Funny Productions and creator of Monday Motivators, which is an artist motivation interview series. He also has really funny comedy sketches, which you shouldn't be drinking or eating when you watch, with his roommates Oleg and Charlie on YouTube and TikTok, and they're extremely popular. Hey, NIR, how's it going?
It is going. It is going real. Thank you so much for that intro. That was a really nice intro. I was like, I had all those things. I totally spaced out about the Nearly Funny Productions thing that was like
Yeah,
a thing, and then the roommates. They're a pain. But thanks
yeah,
for having me. They might show up in this chat, but you don't.
yeah. I think you should get rid of Oleg, although he is funny. So
Why you don't like Oleg? Oh, that's good. I'll let him know because everybody's like Charlie and Oleg. Nobody cares about Nir, but Charlie and Oleg are the go-to guys, so that's good. Good to
you know
know.
what? I think Oleg's funny. I do. He wouldn't be like the person I go hang out with, but he'd be like the person I watch. Be like, okay, that's hilarious.
No, yeah, I don't think anybody should hang out with Oleg right now. He's still in that awkward phase in his immigrant life. He's
Right?
still confused about languages.
So you've actually been doing a ton of skits lately. Are you like trying to like move into doing this like full time as like an income, or are you just still doing it for fun?
Mix of both. I think
Mix of
I
both.
yeah, because I do it for my own sanity. It's a passion of just being able to create and act.
Yeah.
So it's something that I and it has also become a habit because I've been doing it so regularly for so long
Yeah.
now that I'm kind of like, what do I do with myself today? I have nothing to do. Let's write a sketch. Um,
Right?
but I also know that it's a way to gain visibility into potentially getting like endorsements or sponsorships or even just
Right.
opportunities from people seeing your acting or your creativity. So it's one side of it is that the other side is entertainment for people and for myself.
Right.
Um, and but yeah, I'm still not making any money, so I'm still doing a full time. I still have a full time job, and this is a great kind of way to stay sharp, I guess, creative, and be able to
Yeah.
entertain and tell stories and just make people
Well,
laugh as well.
you're close to making money. Like your YouTube channel is almost at 1,000 people.
Is that when there's a thing that you can? I thought it was 10,000. Is it 1,000?
So 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and you can monetize.
4,000 watch out. I don't think I have 4,000 watch hours.
Then
That's a
you
lot of
gotta get
hours.
people over to YouTube.
You know
Watch
what I'm
my
gonna
stuff.
do? I'm gonna make a video of just Oleg sitting down with
Yeah.
meditation music for 10 hours on a loop.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Sold.
Done.
I heard that was a side hustle that actually works, but I'm gonna do
Is
that.
it?
Yeah. So apparently, I
Yeah.
saw this on TikTok. Is that if you
Yeah.
want? I don't know if it really works or not, but it may have worked, and now a lot of people do it. But
Yeah.
if you actually Google YouTube search like sleep meditation or sleep sounds, there's a
Right.
ton of like these videos that are like 10 hours long with millions of views because people go to sleep and just play them on the
That's
background. So
crazy.
the watch times are huge. They're like 7 hours at a time. So there's
Yeah.
some people that once they get to that monetization thing, they just play these, and you can find like meditation music for hours online
Yeah.
for free, and you just like edit them into one, and then you just
Yeah.
put a YouTube video.
That's crazy.
I
Who
just gave people
knew?
a side hustle. Go on, get yourself a side hustle, make some meditation music.
I feel like every time you do a live, there's a side hustle. Like you and Robin went live, and there was like a dating service that was going to happen for ghosting.
This is always spinning.
I almost brought that up too with your Oleg dating video. I'm like, you should call Robin, and Oleg should use your side hustle service. I
Yeah, he needs it.
don't
He
know if you
definitely
remember
needs
that.
it. I have already another
Yeah,
like it's yeah. There's so many
yeah,
things going on in my head about with Oleg's ideas, but it's all good.
yeah. Okay, if you see the captions slowly changing, it's because I'm listening to NIR at the same time I'm being my own producer. So
Oh my gosh.
I might have to fire myself.
You're doing a great job, Jen. I like this. This is cool. This is very cool.
That's also why you might see the shifty eyes. I'm like, I promise I'm not ignoring him. I'm just trying to change the captions at the bottom.
That's okay. It reminds me a lot of when you do videos at the time with TikTok live or Instagram, and you have the person reading the comments. So you just see their their head is like here, and it just like, hey,
they're
hey.
reading.
Yeah, they're just reading. I'm like, reading too.
I'm trying to strategically change them and still look at you.
Smooth, Jen, smooth.
Somebody says, looks like you're sitting in the restroom.
Oh no, it is my entry. My apartment is like confusing to many because in the videos it looks like it's a lot of rooms. Yeah. It's a tiny what is it? A studio apartment, and so the kitchen is in front of is basically part of my living room, and my entry where I eat and kind of do my work is right in front of the front door, and the bedroom is right in front of the living room. So everything's all together, meshed up. And so, but the filming and camera angles make it look like I have a massive house. So just let's just envision that it's a big house. Just think about it. Like, yeah, it's huge. This guy has a lot of space.
You have a mansion.
I'm in Westmount, in the richest part of Montreal. Biggest house on top of the hill. I can see through the mountains. Yeah. And that's where I wish upon a star to find career and love. This is what happens.
Oh. Speaking of Montreal, if anybody here is from Montreal, I feel like I should have said bienvenue sur coffee chat instead
Bonjour, of hi.
Bonjour,
hello.
welcome.
Hello, welcomes. Now with the Bill 96 or whatever they do, they're going to change the rule again, and you cannot go to school in English. So, hello.
Oh my God. Here you have a choice of French immersion till grade 6. Or English, or all French school. So
okay, so you guys can choose French immersion up until grade 6.
So so our French immersion, they do their math and their science in French immersion, in French, and then they do the rest of the day in English. So they do their 2 hardest subjects in French.
Smart,
and the rest
very smart. That's why the people are very good in science and math. You give them the right language.
Yeah, so my daughters did the French immersion. I tried the boys in it. They didn't really like it. So Lexi, her problem was, though, that when she went to grade 7, because it wasn't French immersion anymore, she didn't know how to do the math terms in English. So she knew how to do the equations and stuff, but when they were talking about stuff, she wasn't understanding what they were saying because she had learned it all in French. So she had to pick up all the English terms for the math.
And I can only imagine for science, like even worse. That is interesting. That I did not know that, and that is actually really interesting. Who decided in a room to be like, how do we get them to learn French? Let's get the most technical terminology, the things that nobody will use and speak of later, in French. Like, why not just make art in French?
Yeah, the bonus is now, though, that she takes French in high school, she gets like A+. Like, she basically aces it, right? So because the French they're doing in high school right now is stuff she learned in like grade 3. So
for her it's like walk in the park. She just waltzes in, does the entire thing in French.
Yeah, the teacher started saying I might have to start giving you like extra challenge stuff. Like, he's like, no, I'm good.
Have her teach the class at this point in math.
Great. So that's what's happening here. But so I guess it's different in Quebec.
Well, we have, again, I'm not the most knowledgeable on all the details. I know that if you're born in Quebec, and I don't know if it's changing or not, but I know there's like a rule, they're proposing a new change to it. But if you're born in Quebec, you're allowed to go to, you have to go to French school, but you're allowed to go to English school if you're born in Quebec. If your parents are born in Quebec, you're allowed to go to English school. If you are an immigrant, you have to go to French school unless you go private.
Okay.
And so that is as far as I know, but I think they're proposing is that even people born here can only attend French school and not have a choice to go to English school. So the only thing that is confusing is that for Francophones who want to learn English, they might not. I think in the proposal, they're also not allowed to go to English school. So it kind of disadvantages the francophones as well to not be able to do both languages at a young age. But anyways, I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Nobody come at me and tell me that you don't understand the rules, because I don't. I didn't read it. I just heard vaguely.
Yeah, NIR'S not in NIR'S not a part of the school system, so don't come at him if he is misinformed.
Not in politics.
Yeah, but you are to be an expert. You are a marketing nerd and you are in acting, right?
I am in marketing. I am an actor, but I am not an expert in anything to do with the sciences. So don't ask me about COVID. I will gear you towards that. Don't ask me about language and government. That's the other side.
If you want to hear NIR and I talk about COVID, go to briefly on it there.
Yeah, that was a massive talk.
Yeah,
I don't even remember where we were at. I don't even remember at that point if we had vaccines yet. I can't even remember.
No, we were they were trying to get a vaccine, and we were in lockdown number 2, I think.
Oh boy, yeah. Good times.
Right. Yeah, we're just gonna forget about the lockdowns and move on. So you have apparel.
What?
You have apparel.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, you have some with you. That's cool.
I do. This is my hat. The genius that is in the marketing genius here decided to launch a hat and a T-shirt on the cusp of winter. Well done, NIR. So yeah, I released a hat and a T-shirt recently with the little Charlie little logo, and kind of like a shirt like this with this kind of color. And so that's I got that. And I'm trying to do some little merchandising to release some fun stuff for the audience. And I'm working on an idea, and I have to figure out how to logistically do this for the holidays. A little something for the holidays, and I'm trying to think how I can make it happen. So maybe
like a Oleg, Charlie, and like Christmas sweater or something.
So it won't be clothing. My idea is that it's not going to be clothing, but like last year, what I did for for Christmas, I think, was a Christmas album by Charlie, which which all proceeds went to charity, went to the children's hospital. So I'm thinking this year to do something similar, see what I come up with. I have an idea already. I just need the logistics, how to make it happen, and if I have enough time. So
that's amazing. I look forward to seeing that. I always, like I say, I tell everyone that I send over to your stuff, do not be eating or drinking when you're doing this, because you'll be doing one of these, trying to keep it in, or you will choke on your stuff, or it'll go up your nose, and you will still be laughing, but you will not be having fun physically.
Should I have to put a disclaimer before every video? Please drop everything you're eating or drinking before watching. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, please do not be eating or drinking before you watch this video. Or during. Please do not be eating or drinking during. You're not responsible for any choking.
I'm gonna be like pretty much like hated on by everybody in the community for the healthcare community, being like, it's because of your videos. A lot of people came to the hospital choking on food. Like, I didn't know. Disclaimer.
I didn't know either.
Disclaimer.
But that's good though, because that means that they're funny, right? So
thank God, because otherwise I'm making a lot of content for nothing.
Well, otherwise we have to strike comedian from your bio.
It's like, why are you making comedic sketch comedy videos if nobody's laughing? I don't know. I enjoy it. I find it funny myself.
And you're writing. Right? Did I see on your website you're writing for other people now too? That like the people can hire you?
Yeah. So I did a few sketches. I did a few sketches where I was writing for basically just written sketches. I wasn't performing them for a Educalois, which was like a law kind of educational non-for-profit organization that was trying to educate people on the law and how to make it more and they were trying to make it more appealing so that people could understand. And so they hired me to do 3 small sketches, and I had a good time, and it was fun. It came out great. So so I do that as well. I'm open to writing for other businesses and other people, and if that's something people want, then it's a
Hmm.
skill set I have acquired and can propose and provide.
That's awesome. And that's a really good skill to have, because a lot of people can't write. They just want somebody to like give them this stuff and then they'll do that, but they don't want to have to actually like come up with their own stuff. So that's awesome.
There's a whole, and not just for sketch comedy. There's an industry for like social media content,
Yeah.
what is it called? Copywriting. And think about it.
Yeah.
For me, I'm thinking copywriting for social media is like most of the time it's 3 sentences or less. So you really are niche, and you really have to be really good with your short form sentences.
Oh yeah, you have to be good with like hooks.
Yeah,
because it's that first sentence, and sometimes people don't even look at the caption; they just look at your photo, right? So like there has to be. It's not just like the copies. Your photo has to grab the attention to stop like the scroll suffering,
it's
or whatever you call it.
very
Yeah.
hard these days, and things are shifting a lot. I find with social media and the different platforms, even like Instagram. I don't know if you noticed your page has changed with what kind of videos, and IGTV has been kind of like tossed aside. Everybody thought, let's make longer form video a way to watch on your phone, and then they were like, no, we're going back to 3 seconds. Just make it like a 3-second video. Just be like a little bit play now. Okay, done. That's the content.
Because of people's attention spans. Like you can't keep people's attention. Like even if you look at your YouTube stats, you will see just how long you're keeping people's attention. Like it's like, really? You watched 51 seconds? You couldn't even give me 60?
All I ask is that you let me finish my first sentence. But that's even YouTube with going with shorts now, right? Now YouTube Shorts is a big thing. And I have actually a call tomorrow with the YouTube Shorts management, whatever community. And they're going to kind of give me an input on how I can improve my shorts. Because YouTube to me is a hard medium to get people to watch your videos, especially when it's short form or in sketches. But
well, now it is. It's because it's been around a while, right? So the algorithm has changed. So like if you had started YouTube back in the day, like back in the day when we were all like itty bitty people, you'd probably have like a really large channel right now because it was easy to grow back then. But now
it's like with ICQ.
Yes.
We remember that.
Yeah, I do on the computer. Yeah. I was always like lowering the volume. Like, I'm not up, Mom and Dad. I'm not texting anybody.
I would run down the stairs. I was at it was dial up. So you'd run down the stairs to go, and then you'd be on it. And then all of a sudden it would disconnect. You're like, Mom, get off the phone.
Oh gosh, dial up. Those were the days that I don't want to go back to.
Yeah. MSN Messenger.
Yeah. If we could keep Ethernet and go back to the days of where people weren't so engrossed online, I'd love
90s?
that.
The 90s?
Yes. Yeah. Where people were like just kind of online, but still like participating in real life a lot.
I agree. I think there's pros and cons to where we are today. It's just very, I find we're at very extremes in everything. And it's so weird because we're so forward or progressive in some respects, but then we're also extremely like backwards thinking in other, and I think it's because my opinion on the whole extremes, I think extremes are the most, like, people are more inclined to voice their opinions when they're extremes, so you see them more, and because of social media and the media that put all the negative or the extremely positive, so you see both sides. So it's just like in the middle, you're just like, what is going on? Like, we're so, like, everybody's like, okay, be open-minded about everything. But then on the other side, it's like, no, I hate you for being like this. You're like, what happened? Where's the middle bridge? We need to help each other.
Yeah, I don't know. And I feel like everybody's like really testy now because I think everybody's just had enough of all the situations. So like the slightest thing sets people off, and then like the online world just goes vroom, takes off with it. It's like, okay, everybody back to your corners.
It's very intense. I think everything is intense, and you're always, and I find, I don't know about you, since you are online doing a lot of like podcasts and a lot of content online. Do you find you're walking on eggshells? Like, there are times where I'm like, I write something, I'm like, this is, maybe not. Should I said this? Can I say that?
Sometimes, because some stuff I say, you can tell who's got like a limiting belief around it because those are the comments that pop up. But some stuff, it's like, okay, well, this is a little controversial. So how can I word this? I know I'm not going to please everyone, but how can I word this enough that I'm not going to step on anybody? Because I'm not trying to. I'm literally just trying to convey a point, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just trying to get a point across here without offending anybody.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it is. I think it's really been tough to juggle. I find for me, it's been kind of a if you want to say not a blessing, but it has been helpful to have Oleg as a character,
Right.
because and Charlie, like I have the three differences. I have a middle character that explains. I'm kind of like the factual or person that's just conveying message. Then I have the two extremes, in a sense, the good and bad, or sometimes the confusing and the weird. And so I find like it's a bit like animation, where in animation you're able to push the envelope so far to the extreme because it's animated and nobody sees a real person behind it.
Right.
So, but I find it's tough. It's tough today to not like. I know that it's also it's a formula to get views. People push envelope and go extreme to get visibility and to get people's to push buttons and get emotion.
Yeah.
But I'm not that kind of. I don't like to do that much. I don't want to do that just to get views, to push extremes, point.
Yeah. So I'm not even trying to like do it for views. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, like I really want to rant on a bullying incident I heard on, but like I don't know if I'm gonna like step on somebody because I like want to talk about this and I'm really annoyed that this person did this, and somebody's gonna come at me like, oh, but they were just a teenager, blah blah blah. Like, but they did this.
And I don't know if we've talked about this in the past. I think we may have when it came to the cancel culture. Like right now with Dave Chappelle, right? Dave Chappelle's got people coming at him for his comedy special. I think, to me, again, I go back to the whole accountability versus canceling. I think you need accountability, period, on things you do. Just because you're a celebrity, just because you're online, just because freedom of speech, you should be held accountable for things that you do that are harming others. If you have an opinion, you're allowed to your opinion. But if your opinion infringes on somebody else's freedom or causes somebody else harm or causes people to attack somebody else, you should have some accountability. I'm not saying you should be canceled. I'm not saying you should lose everything. But depending on what you do or what you say, you should be held accountable. Just like anything. If you're at a job or at school or at home, if you say something and you go and you go to an extreme where you insult somebody or you say something horribly offensive, there are consequences to it. Now, severity and line, and that's why I think cancel culture is a bit odd, or not odd, but I think sometimes is extreme because everything gets canceled right away, whereas you may need to get some more context at times. But hi, Pedro. Hi, Pedro and Kevin. NIR, are you still doing your Friday follower vids? I sometimes I don't remember Friday follow who to follow new people. I could restart that, but that's like I sometimes do the Fridays like.
I think he means the ones where you were like sending videos to people.
Oh yeah, every so often I will do that. I do offer that service as well, but I also do it every once in a while on Fridays to raise people's spirits.
Exactly. Woohoo! What else? Did I cover everything for you? I think I did. Oh no, we didn't touch on the artist.
Monday Motivation.
Monday Motivators. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll let you introduce it. It's your thing, okay? It's your spotlight.
A funny story or not so funny story. I was basically when I hit 150 artists, I was about to pull the plug.
Oh, really?
And I was at 150 artists, and I was like looking at just I was trying to reach out to people, and I wasn't being able to reach certain people. And then I was like looking at the page, and I want that page and that whole thing to help other artists gain visibility and show their talent and let people discover them. And I was feeling like I wasn't getting any like visibility through it, and it was just maybe just sitting there in empty space. But I realized that even if one person gets to see some artist share their story and their inspiration and their motivation, it might inspire them. So I ended up reaching out to more people, and then I got some comments like, "Oh, I'd love to do this," and then I started. So I'm back at it, trying to get as many people as I can to do it on a regular basis. But I'm not as religious about every Monday, because sometimes I don't have the time. So I will post every so often.
You should come over to the YouTube side and post them on YouTube, and then like use the tags to like, because lots of people are searching actor stuff on YouTube.
That's true. I was also thinking of doing it on TikTok, like starting a page on TikTok, but it's just I need the time to upload 150 again without everything that I have. So it's I would need to sit down and do that at some point, and just take a day to just go through all that. But
you could
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, on YouTube though, you could like schedule them like a couple times a week, and you'd have like content for a year for that.
That's true. Should I start a new page for that? Like, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like, do I put it on the same page, because it's not really the comedy? It's more of a, or do I put a playlist?
I put it on the same page, because I have all my stuff on one page, because your page is about you, right? So all the stuff you're doing. Like, I have cakes on my page. I have marketing tutorials. I have the Lakoda Project. I have coffee chat. Like, you name it, it's on there.
You are a beast, Jen. You are you're like, every time people tell me and comment on me saying you do a lot, I'm like, no, I don't. Look at these people, these amazing people that do so much. Like, what do you not do? You're marketing like videos, you do cake videos, you do baking, like you do this, you do your other project. What's the Lakoda? What is that?
It's to help. Eventually, it's going to help end food security worldwide. I'm putting together like the most comprehensive resource site for worldwide to end food insecurity. So,
okay, somebody give her some sort of like peace prize, like Nobel. Like, this isn't like, that's what I mean. Like, I am so amazed by the amount of either talent or just the entrepreneurship and ingenuity. I don't know what the word is, but from people in the networks, in the like in my surroundings, or just people I meet sometimes, I'm blown away. Like, some people can't even like start to do one video, and then I hear people doing 7,000 projects, and I'm just blown away. And even at like, no matter what place in your life, whatever, no matter where, I'm just blown away. You are just unbelievable. Wow.
Thank you.
Really on you.
That means a lot coming from you, NIR. You notice I haven't screwed your name up once.
I know. This is so good. High five.
Yeah, I feel like I need a medal just for not messing up your name.
And again, I am shocked by the fact that you messed my name up a couple of times in the first batch, because it's like 3 letters. It's not that hard.
It's because of the English language. I'm telling you, because my brain keeps going NIR. It's like, no, NIR. But I've been like conditioning myself. No, it's NIR, Jen. It's NIR, Jen.
I told you the trick. The trick is think Titanic, think Celine Dion.
But because my brain's visual, it sees your name in my brain when I go to say it. So I have to now I have to say your name in my head, NEAR.
So in a couple of years, all of a sudden, you're going to see NIR has changed his name to NEAR to suit Jen Gardiner.
But that's just how my brain works, right? Because I see the visual, right? So
hey, I made a whole sketch on my name, so it's all good. I did the whole thing where somebody said NIR. I'm all good. I get it.
It's fine. Like with my name, I'm constantly being confused with Jennifer Garner, right? Like, I got Google alerts this week because Jennifer Garner's all over the news. I'm like, I'm Jen Gardiner. Google, get it right.
Do you get like views that come from like people that come because of that, and they don't know the real pronunciation? All of a sudden, they're like, "Hey, are you the girl from Alias?" Yes, I am. Yes, I
don't. No, I don't get that, but I get attacked because people think I'm trying to imitate her. I've been attacked twice. They're like, "You're not the real Jen Gardiner." I'm like, "Yes, I am. I'm me." I'm like, I'm not trying to be her, because our names are so similar. Because she's Jennifer Garner and I'm Jennifer Ann Gardiner. Okay.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah. So like I commented on like a happy anniversary thing, and some person saw it and thought I was trying to imitate her. And they're like, hashtag fraud, like mother of the Matrix. I'm like, I'm not trying to imitate.
Wait, I got the fraud part. Mother of the Matrix? What?
Yeah,
What is that?
like I'm pulling like the wool over somebody's eyes or something. I'm like, I'm me. I'm not her.
Wow. Wow. You should team
That's
up
what.
with her. You should message her and be like, hey, I am not
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
imitate you. I just let's make a weird comment video and start
right.
making a whole comparison,
I,
you two side by side.
yeah, I've thought about messaging her and being like, can you like not give me a shout out to give me a shout out, but like just explain to your followers that I'm a different person.
I'm not imitating you.
Right?
Oh,
It's
that's
funny.
so
And we both do baking videos, right? So there's
no.
the confusion there, right? She does like these kitchen videos. Like, yeah, so I think that's why people think that. Like, well, I've been doing this for like 18 years. So, but it's fine.
That
It's
is
fine.
insane.
Yeah.
I
So,
didn't even think about
oh my God, I'm
it.
joking.
Things that you guys match on your baking, acting,
Right,
name,
right?
like, oh my God.
Name. Right. So yeah, I can see why there's confusion, but like people, I'm not her. I'm
Wow.
not trying to imitate her. So
I
I
am
feel your
sorry,
name
Jen
pain.
Gardner.
Yeah, I feel your name pain in a different way.
Yeah, my name is just people saying it funny, but apart from that, I am not going to be confused with any other NIR GUZINSKI. Like, imagine, like, oh, you're that NIR GUZINSKI guy. Like, there's another one.
Exactly.
There's another
Right.
one. I look like somebody else. What?
Exactly.
Oh,
And then they'll be like, do they say his name wrong too?
yeah.
Speaking of finding NIR GUZINSKI, where can people find you? Because we are at our half hour mark.
Oh my God, everywhere's. You can find me on the TikTok. You can find me on the Instagram. You can find me on the Facebook. You can find me on the YouTubes. You can find me on Hello. I think it's called Hello. That's where you make those videos that are like hey, greeting videos. You can find me there. You can find me on my website, NIRGUZINSKI.com. You can find me on television sometimes, maybe, hopefully. Anybody want to give me a role? Thank you. You can find me on yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me.
You can find him on my channel a lot.
And on her channel.
Yeah.
And with Robin and who knows where else I can pop up. I'll pop up everywhere. I'll just pop up. I'm like that groundhog. Like,
just follow him everywhere, and when he pops up, he pops up.
yeah. What is that? Is it a lemur? What's the thing that pops? It's not a groundhog, is it? What's the?
I think it's a groundhog, isn't it?
Is it
or
the one
mole?
that you like? A mole? Yeah, like a mole. I'm like a mole. I'll just pop up everywhere.
Mole. Yeah,
I'm like a
mole.
if you knock me down on TikTok, I'll be on Instagram. If you go on Instagram, I'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're still hanging on, this is like the most random part of the conversation we've had. So make sure to go follow NIR on all of his platforms, and we look forward to seeing more Oleg, Charlie, and your Christmas stuff. That's coming up.
Thank you. We are very much appreciative of your stuff. Thank you for all that you do, Jen Gardner. Try to not imitate the other one from Alius. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm not her. Please don't confuse me.
No, she is much more like, she has so much more to give in all of her stuff that she put on the YouTube. Very good. Jen Gardner, like the gardener, right? Like you put water on the flower and it grows. That is what you do. You plant seed and you grow and you make people grow because you bring them on this and you teach them how to be good people. I like it. Very nice.
Thank you, Oleg. I appreciate that.
Even though I am your least favorite character, I still give you praise. All good. It's fine.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks, Oleg. I'm sorry I didn't mean to offend you. Have an amazing night, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for watching.